A new report by an ocean conservation charity says deep-sea mining may not actually make any money. The Ocean Foundation says there's high uncertainty around prices for metals, and the circular economy could make deep-sea mining unnecessary. The process involves extracting rocks called nodules from the seafloor, which are packed with metals that can be used for electric car batteries. However, the Ocean Foundation says despite electric vehicle production increasing by 2,000% from 2016 to 2023, the price of cobalt, one of the main metals found in the nodules, has decreased. Caleb Fotheringham has more.
One of the report's authors, Bobby Joe Dobush, says getting the nodules off the seafloor will be an expensive task.
The financial modeling to date around seabed minerals has been criticized as being hyper-optimistic, kind of checking the best case scenario box at every turn. I think of it sometimes as a checklist in order for anyone to make money off of this, these 10 things would have to go right. Well, there's no guarantee any of these things would go right, and a lot of them seem to be going the other way.
Ms. Dobush says car batteries are moving away from cobalt and nickel, both metals found in the nodules.
Seabed mining hopes to bring up metals for what, miners would say is a green revolution or decarbonizing our economy, but these are the battery metals that are either current or last generation that we're not going to need if and when they could ever get to market.
The report also argues recycled metals will be used to reduce the need for deep-sea mining. However, the metals company CEO Gerard Barron, who hopes to start mining in the Clarion-Clipperton zone in the Pacific Ocean at the end of 2025, is confident money will be made.
There is no doubt that collecting polymetallic nodules from the CCZ will be an economic exercise.
He says the price of cobalt had run ahead of itself, and the nodules contain multiple minerals, reducing the risk of one metal losing its value.
The polymetallic nature of a nodule has a nice mixture of nickel and copper and cobalt and manganese. And sometimes you find all of those commodities when prices are high, but often you'll find one is high and one is less high, but they balance each other out.
Mr. Barron says more metals are going to be needed in the future, not just for electric vehicle batteries, but for the ongoing industrialization of the developing world. He calls the report another attempt by a non-governmental organization to stop deep-sea mining.
This is another attempt by a desperate group of individuals, small organizations who are trying to derail something that is inevitable. And that is, where should we be getting the metals that are needed for this transition that has only just begun? 3
companies in the Cook Islands are exploring the nation's waters to see if mining can happen. Alex Herman, Seabed Minerals Commissioner at Cook Islands Seabed Minerals Authority, says it's too premature to discuss the potential earnings if mining does eventually happen.
At this stage, we want to continue to focus on exploration. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but we are aware that there are potential economic benefits if the sector does progress to the harvesting phase.
However, she says it will only happen if money can be made.
We won't allow seabed minerals activities to progress to that next phase unless we're satisfied about that. So the onus is on the companies to prove that this is a commercially feasible industry.
Ms. Herman says in the current exploration phase there has already been economic benefits to the country, like training opportunities and scholarships given to Cook Islanders.